Hi, welcome to my video. In this video, I'm going to be talking about I'm running NixOS on my mini form computer. Um, it's a little mini PC. It has a 12th gen Intel Core i5 1200 or no 12600H, uh, and I think the max speed is 4.5 gigahertz. It has a built-in integrated graphics, so yeah, it's not too bad. It comes with 32 gigs of memory. I'm running this on NixOS file system. This is Cinnamon. It's not the latest version. It's using Cinnamon 6.4.7 instead of 6.4.10. It's a little behind, but it's still good. I don't know why. I think just people maintain these packages, they don't keep it up to date. Um, but that's all right. It still works pretty good. Yeah. So I've been playing around with it for a while. I did have FreeBSD on the system, and I also have Windows. I still kept Windows on the system, but I also took off FreeBSD for some reason. It's not because it doesn't work well on this computer. The main reason is the media keys on the keyboard. I noticed FreeBSD, you have to set up a lot of things to get the media keys to work actually on your keyboard, which it is very annoying, and I will point that out to the FreeBSD developers. Why? Why can the media keys just work out of the box like Linux? Why do we have to like set up a lot of things to get keys to work? And when you do get them to work, they don't work properly either. Um, it lowers the PCM instead of the volume. And yeah, it's I don't know. To me, it's very annoying. Another thing is connecting my Blue Yeti microphone on my desktop computer. Um, it's a little janky, and it does take a little extra step to get it working, which should just be plug and play. But anyways, it's not that I have anything against FreeBSD. It's just that I find on limited desktops, like desktops, they don't all work good on it, and a lot of it's old. And if you're gonna use FreeBSD, I would say since you're gonna be on X11 anyways, just use a window manager, like OpenBox or something, or a choice of window manager you like. But for me, I like FreeBSD. I do like the whole project, and I have nothing against the system itself. But for me, when it comes to using the actual desktop system, I use um, I can't use FreeBSD that well. I still have it on my desktop, um, but I might be replacing that. Well, I'll keep that there. I I don't really care much for Windows. Windows does work pretty. I left it on the other hard drive, but I do like using Linux, and it's really hard to find a good Linux distribution. I really like NixOS. It's one of my favorite distributions. The thing I don't like about NixOS, and I don't want people to think I'm a hater or anything, I just don't agree on having like other things being pushed into the distribution when it has nothing related to the distribution. So if you get what I'm saying, it's I just don't like it. Other than that, I think Nicholas is a good distribution. But I think projects should just focus on projects and not like push other agendas that they personally, want to express. It should not be through the project itself. It should be a separate thing like Twitter or Reddit or something. It should not be anything to do with the website or the project itself. I think the project should just focus on the project. If you're doing a distribution, a test environment, or a program or software, just focus on that. Like, don't talk about other things like into that project. It just sort of really, um, I don't know. It just to me like it's just like people they take advantage of pushing other things through Linux projects, and I noticed that a lot with a lot of distributions, and I just think it's not good. Anyways, other than that, I do think NixOS is a very good system. If you just focus on the system itself and not pay attention to all the politics, woke stuff, the DEI stuff, and all that crap, I'm sorry, I just don't care for that. But if you focus on just the project itself, it's a really good distribution. I like the immutable style system. I like how you can set up everything through a configuration file. I had my old Nix dot the configuration.nix file that I saved for like it's been almost half a year now, and it still works really well on the system since it's this year anyway. So it's been a few like at least almost about 6 months I had used NixOS. So I mean, so it's been about half a year, and it still works fine as of now. I'm on the unstable part of the system. On the latest kernel that they provide, which is 6.15.8. My Gentoo system is on the same kernel as well. Even though 6.16 is upstream, it's still uh, it's still on 6.15.8. Yeah, so NixOS, to install it with Cinnamon Desktop and to just like copy my dot files and set it all up, it doesn't take long to set up NixOS at all. I realized like, wow, this is really fast. I was like surprised how fast I set up the whole system, and I didn't have to do much work. And that's one thing I really like about NixOS is that configuration file. Like it just installs all your software, configures all your video drivers and all that stuff. You just run, sudo nixos dash rebuild switch dash dash upgrade, and that's it. And then it'll just upgrade your system and switch you. Like I had the default Nix configuration.nix file. I deleted it and I just came over my configuration file to slash nixos slash etc slash nixos directory, and I just done that command nixos dash rebuild space switch space dash dash upgrade, and that's it. And change the channel, like the next channel. So um, I'm on the unstable, and what's really nice is that it just took me a little bit of notes that I had because I forgot how to use NixOS in some ways. I don't really fully forgot. It's just that I had to refresh my memory a bit, and now I'm good. I do have automatic like updates or upgrades, whatever. Like when there's like an update upstream, it will notify my system. It will update it and reboot the system. So you can set up in the configuration file as well, which I have set up. And yeah, it's working really well. I really like NixOS. I think it's a good system, and my mouse needs a new battery because it's not moving that good. It's pretty much dead. I have cheap batteries in this mouse. Yes, I have to have it wireless because this setup here is on a 50-inch screen TV, and so yeah, I'm sitting on a couch using a Bluetooth headset. It's a Razer headset, which has a microphone. Well, it's a headset, right? So yeah, the audio quality probably be a little bit different from my Blue microphone. But anyways, I just wanted to talk a little bit about the mini PC because I hadn't done a video on this desktop. It's a little computer. It works good. It works really well with NixOS. I find it Cinnamon works pretty good. I know a lot of people say a lot of things about Cinnamon, but I think it works really well. I think Cinnamon is a very good desktop, and it's not as bloated as a lot of people will say it is. You know what I mean? I find it works pretty good. I know I'm using 4 gigs of memory, or almost 5, but it still ain't that bad. I mean, if you compare it to Windows or Mac OS, it's it's a little bit more lightweight. I'm also running out of stuff in the background. So I mean, it's running things, right? So, but yeah, it could be lightweight, but I got 32 gigs of memory. So I mean, using 5 gigs out of the 32, it's nothing for me. And I don't consider that bloated because I consider desktop, they're always using about, you know, some systems they use pretty much over, 8 gigs of memory. So it's like, so like Mac OS could be pretty bad for that. Anyways, yeah, NixOS, great little distribution. I just, you know, I hope that they keep the, it NixOS and that's it. Just focus on NixOS. I don't like all this drama stuff with, distribution. I just want a distribution to be just the distribution itself, right? Focus on that, and that's all. I miss the old days of Linux where things were just, you look at a distribution, you go to the website, it's all about the, distribution that you're interested in and reading about, and there's no other agenda being pushed inside of it. It's no drama. It's just like the distribution itself. And now it's all the world is just different, I guess. But I just don't like it, to be honest. I like NixOS. I think it's a good distribution. I just wish they focused more on just NixOS and actually, make it as best as it can be, because I think NixOS is a very good distribution and I think it needs a lot of focus on just that. Anyways, once again, thanks for the watch, and I hope everybody has a good one. And until next time, I will. I don't know what I'll be doing in my next video, but this is this little one here before I have to go to work. Yeah, NixOS. Yeah, it's a pretty cool system. Anyways, cheers.